We have actually been really lucky, and Darren and I were just saying we did ask for a leopard on top of a termite mound in the Golden Lights, and I mean, sort of, kind of what we were hoping for. We just weren't truly specific. We had to say, like, you know, a big termite mound with no trees in between them and us. But I think Shasha's done, he's sitting in what looks like a mini termite mound. And he is warming up in the sun. I think he's actually quite happy because in that spot where he is just being hit directly by the sun. So no time like the present to warm up and then just be happy. He has been moving around, and I suspect he was moving around quite early this morning or throughout early hours of the morning. So he's earned his rest. He pretty much, this is where we last saw him when you guys were with us. He hasn't really moved. It seems like there was something in the bushes ahead of him that kind of got him interested for a little while. So he sat up and then he just was looking in that direction very attentively. Completely missed the diker that we saw on the other space, on the other side of the drainage. But whatever it was, I don't think it was something that was really interesting to him. Perhaps there was a little squirrel just jumping around, and then that's what he was looking at. I mean, leopards this age, they are known for hunting squirrels and mongoose and francolins and guinea fowl and sort of smaller prey species than perhaps an adult would, like an impala or a nyala, although he did try, definitely twice while we were looking at him. He was just spotted every time, so maybe it's just got to learn to keep his tail a little bit further down. And it could also be that it was just bad luck. I mean, we did hear the impala alarming at him, but we don't know how they saw him, so it could be because the impala were on higher ground that they had the advantage this time, but not for lack of effort. When we saw him, as we said, he had his tail down. He was just sort of slinking away, keeping his head below the grass. Well, we are back with the grooming cat, but we had, what is it that they call it? 30 seconds of intense courage. So you see the tree that is just behind him. He stood up, and then we could see that he was looking at something and went down in the Molowati. We didn't actually know what it is that he was looking at. But that tail started flicking, and with leopards, you know, when that tail starts going like that, there's something that he was interested in. He went down, and then we didn't move because we didn't know if he was hunting something, and we didn't want to move and spook anything because it would have been a complicated maneuver. And then all of a sudden, out of the grass, just shooting straight up, comes a leopard, and then we look up. Oh, thank you, right on cue. And up on the tree, right up there, comes running a genet of all creatures. So he knew that there was a genet around there, and I thought maybe he was looking at a squirrel, but actually he was looking at this furry little creature that is up there somewhere on the tree. And as soon as the genet was being followed by the leopard, it just went straight up onto the tree. They are arboreal creatures, and they do nest in hollows of the trees and so on. And then it's just pretty much now standing at the top of the tree with the leopard all the way down at the bottom. There we go. That little thing over there, that adorable little ball of fluff, is a genet that had a near miss with the leopard at the bottom. So it's quite funny because he just sort of stood down at the bottom of the tree looking at the genet looking down. And I feel like this is a scene we've seen often, not with a genet or a leopard, but it's normally the leopard on top of the tree with the kill, and then the lion at the bottom waiting for the leopard to either drop the kill or to find a way to go up. As you can see, it's not the easiest tree. I think had it been another type of tree where there would have been a bit more of an easy access, then Shasha would have tried to go up and perhaps get it, because I've seen them do that with squirrels before. But a bit of a complicated tree, so he just kind of sat at the bottom, left it for a little bit. And now, obviously, he's decided it's not worth his time anymore. So he's just moving back to where he was, perhaps to sit back on his sunny spot. Let's just see if the genet does come down. It would be quite nice to see, or to have a view of the genet. Nope. Shasha, I can just see him walking away, flicking that leopard tail in an angry manner, perhaps because he yet again missed another meal. And Oh, he's gone back to that spot, so I actually just want to stick around with the genet for a bit, as it's quite a special creature that we don't get to see too often, and I do know that Shasha is just lying down there, so perhaps we can get the best of both worlds. I can't see, we get two species of genet around here, the large spotted and the small spotted genet. Normally the tip of the tail is the giveaway. I think the small spotted genet has a black tip of the tail, and then the large... Actually, the other way around, and then the large spotted genet has a white tip of the tail. It's got a very big tail, long tail, and they're actually more closely, if I'm not mistaken, these guys are more closely related to actually mongoose than any other creature. We used to have one in camp that we used to call it Genevieve. Well, Genevieve, I think, yes, Genevieve was the one in camp, and then there was one that used to live close to Treehouse Dam a couple of years ago that we used to call Janet Jackson. It was always nice to sort of try and keep up with them and see what they were up to. Now, I actually haven't seen a genet in a while, so it's nice to, and especially not in the daytime. They're more active during the night, so that's when we really get to see them, or a lot of the times on the trees. I think this guy up there in the tree was just at the bottom of a little jackalberry and it was moving around. Oh, I think it sensed that the leopard is gone. It's not the easiest spot to be there. Perhaps an older individual, hungrier individual would have waited for the genet to come down, but I think Shasha realized that, is it worth it? Is it worth the effort to just wait patiently on top of the tree for so long for the genet to come down? Are you going to turn your face around? I've got really cute faces.